But
Right.
like,
So,
but I guess you are following a lot of you're on Twitter, right?
mhm.
And what are you seeing? Like, what is the sentiment that you're seeing? Like, bearish, bullish, fear, panic.
So a lot of people that I follow, mostly traders, and they are kind of patiently waiting right now, like mostly in stables cash, waiting to buy the dip. But right now, the last 2 weeks have had a really shitty price action. So nobody is actually entering the market heavily right now. So and they're mostly uncertain of where it's going to go. They're just trying to look for previous price history to see where Bitcoin's going to go. A couple of people are expecting it to go lower, but some are bullish. So it's all over the place right now. But I just noticed this really important, interesting thing is the Bitcoin net transfer. Uh, Apparently, it's the biggest net outflow of the year,
Okay. Okay.
which is obviously bullish, right? So I'm trying to look at this.
Damn. But I mean, it's bullish, but in what sense? Because like if you see those all of those swing lows in there, it seems like
Mhm.
those swing lows have marked the top. No, if you look at July, kind of like July 19, right? That swing, that red low in there, right?
July 2020, right?
July
19.
2019.
Okay, haha.
Like no, but not exactly July, but you see the next one that is like the next.
This one, right.
Exactly, right? Mark kind of like a top in there, and then the next one also mark kind of like a top in there, right? But then he
Mm-hmm.
marked the bottom, right? Then we have like a little bottom in there, and then
But
from yeah, go ahead.
the reason why they mark bottom, right? So this is net outflows, right? So considering Bitcoin is flowing out from exchanges into cold wallets or cold storages is supposed to be bullish. But here you could see there was a huge spike in Bitcoin volume before this outflow happened. Again, the same. There's nothing here, but you saw a lot of inflows in here, which probably is the effect for this is probably taking place somewhere over here, which is why you're seeing the price down. Honestly, on chain, sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. So kind of stay away from it. But so far, like this seems like a pretty good reason for the retail to get hyped up.
I see, I see.
This is the
Interesting.
only thing, right? But from a technical perspective, this I sent you the chart yesterday, right? So it's
Yeah.
going according to the plan so far. It sweep these lows, so it could kickstart an upswing right now, or probably even sweep these lows, right? But I'm hesitant right now. I have like orders placed somewhere around here, a little above this place, but it could go down here as well. So I have a lenient stop loss placed below these lows. So
Yeah.
I'm unsure.
What is the sorry to interrupt? What is the ultimate target of these kind of like head and shoulders that you're seeing? I mean, of course, you're seeing like a potential rebound to actually form the right shoulder based on what I can see from your yeah from your drawings. But
Yeah.
what is
So
the ultimate target?
the ultimate target, as in like for this upswing or the leg down that goes away from the.
So yeah, so basically the potential right shoulder you're looking at 45,000, right?
Yeah, so technically it should go up to 42K, but I'm expecting it to go up to the 50 fib. Wait a second. So this, right? So this, I'm talking about this range here, from here to this low. I'm expecting it to sweep the highs over here in the short term,
Yep.
right? And again, from here, like there are multiple scenarios. This could go like it could go higher. Also, there's a gap here, and I'm expecting it to fill. And if it does, this would be the perfect scenario for a dead cat bounce.
When you refer to gap, is that a CME gap or what type of gap?
No, it's not a CME gap. So
Okay.
as you can see, like there's literally no price action here,
Yeah.
right? So from this point, right, to this point, there's no price action. So I'm expecting Bitcoin to come back and fill this gap. So this kind of happens a lot of times.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah, definitely. And going up to 54,000 will get a lot of people maybe pumped up. Oh, we're going back up. We're going to 100,000. And it's like
yeah,
perfect case for the market
dead
makers
cat.
to liquidate everybody, right?
Yep.
But so what is your downside target from these potential head and shoulders?
Right. For the potential head and shoulder, it's somewhere in the 13, 14K.
Okay, yeah, because basically, let's see.
right? So something.
Yeah, so a 55% downswing, yeah, from 30,000. Yeah, we're
Yep.
looking at 15K as well.
Yeah, I mean
Interesting.
it's 30K, right? So obviously it's
Yeah,
gonna be 15K.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. So around 13K.
Interesting, interesting. And is there a? I mean, it seems like you're looking at the price action every 4 months or something like that, right? So, I mean, from
I'm sorry.
January to April, and then from April to
Oh, these are
July.
the quarters.
Okay, okay,
Quarters.
okay, okay, okay. I see.
Yeah, I mean these aren't that significant, but
Mm-hmm.
right now, like in the short term, I'm expecting this to be resolved. So either sweep these lows, and then go high, or like go high now. Right. Either way, this is going to be a really sideways kind of market, which gradually goes up. A choppy market, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about all of this, Sheldon?
Yeah, I've seen this interpretation of the charts quite a bit actually in other places. Yeah, I mean I can see that. I'm going with it being coming out of a symmetrical triangle coming down. One of the things is well, I'll share my chart here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. So the symmetrical triangle that you were looking at, I don't remember when, but I remember seeing your chart. That symmetrical triangle seems to have been broken, right? So the
Right.
last time I think we checked, we were looking at a potential 30% downswing or something, the first target. But if you see it
Yeah.
as a bear flag, then it was like another target, right?
Yeah, if
Mm-hmm.
bear flag, then it was, or pennant, bear pennant, then
Yeah.
it comes down to about 18,000, something like that.
Wow.
So you can see, but one of the things that I look for is in on the terms of relative strength is that looking for sometimes one of the things about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is you have these flash lows where you have the RSI just drop and then reverse very quickly. It's sort of unique. But a lot of times, at least in the equity market, in other types of financial markets, you get what is called a bullish momentum divergence, where you have another low made and you have a higher RSI. You have it there, you have it here, comes down, then you have it here, which was a bigger one, and then you have a rebound. So that's one of the things that I'm looking for. If we come down and this continues and we make this low, is it going to be sharp? How deep will it be? And will we get a bullish momentum low here? And then that'll be a catalyst for us to go higher from there.
Well, the clouds, right? The Ichimoku
Yeah,
clouds had a bearish crossover, right? I mean, I don't
yeah,
know that much about the Ichimoku clouds, but it
yeah.
seems like it's looking a little bit
Well,
nasty
it's
there.
it's interesting that this whole area here between, I guess it's 43,300 and 42,000, where you have the highs from January, you have this low in February, plus you have the retracement levels, whether it's on the downside retracement or upside retracement. You throw in the 200-day moving average, and in the cloud, there's just so much resistance
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
that area that's, it's going to take, I think it's going to take another washout of significance. Um, for the momentum to be built to attack those levels, because it was clear that the symmetrical triangle just wasn't generating the type of price compression that's necessary to generate the momentum to take out those levels. So
I see.
I still don't see us going down 50% though. At this point, I think, you know 20,000 would be the maximum, which would be the 2017 high. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people would be in play at that point in terms of accumulating. I don't know. It's difficult, when I see things like the CEO of MicroStrategy trying to sell bonds,
Yeah.
400 million bonds to basically accumulate more Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
These are all like they're secondary developments, but at the same time, they show the type of buy the dip mentality that I think a lot of people are still operating on. They think, okay, the dip's going to be an opportunity, a new low is going to be an opportunity. And when you see executives of that stature, of publicly traded companies doing that, people are going to follow suit because at the end of the day, no one really knows. So
Exactly.
the less experience you have and the less knowledge you have of the charts, which I think are critically important, uh, the more you're going to follow someone like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's that
I, I,
simple.
I gotta
But
say, guys, like, I am also, I mean, I'm also seeing, like, exactly, right? Like, a couple of people saying that they're trying to buy the dip, right? I'm gonna share my screen just real quick right here. But because, I mean, I'm seeing a buy signal on the weekly, of course, right? Like, oof, what is the what is the validity of this buy signal, especially when you got a sell signal right here, which also came in the form of a kind of like a reversal doji, of course, like after this, right? But this one didn't get validated. Is this one gonna get validated? I mean, this buy signal, right? Which comes right around the 50 week moving average, right? Which to me adds a little bit more credence to it. But again, like we just started the week, we could see this thing retest, kind of like 30,000 right before we potentially get a rebound, and that's kind of like what I'm actually seeing. I mean, I do see the potential whenever you see all of these people buying, right? People in fear right now, everybody like putting the worst case scenarios right there, that there is always like the potential for a rebound, especially in these type of circumstances. And I do believe that it could come maybe this weekend, or probably like next week. And again, we're probably gonna find a lot of resistance around 42,000, 42 50,000, and from there probably just continue going down to 20K, which will basically be the 100 week moving average that is sitting at $19,000, and kind of like coincides with the setup trend line by the TD sequential indicator, right? But yeah, I mean that this is the only bullish signal that I'm seeing from an on-chain perspective. I'm not seeing anything really. I don't know if Akash you're seeing anything for Bitcoin. I know that we didn't talk about us going through Bitcoin, but I don't know if you have probably like evaluated from some of your analysis.
Yeah, no, I actually didn't check Bitcoin,
Okay.
but I do have this interesting thing that I'm looking at
Mm-hmm.
from a technical perspective is something like this.
Yeah.
This perfectly fits what I just explained,
Mm-hmm.
which is like really uh, uncanny. So I'm expecting it again, like the retest is happening right now, and the retest of the Q2 low or like the May 19th thing is going to happen here, and then the entry into this gap that we see here.
Yeah.
So this is a scenario that could play out, kind of similar to what I just drew here. Something
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Right, so
And
if
it's
if we
good because.
see this,
Mm-hmm.
this would be a really uh, critical thing to get the retail hyped up. A massive pump like this would certainly get a lot of people on board.
Yeah, it's a perfect dead cat bounce, Perfect dead cat
Mm.
bounce. It gets everybody excited. We're going back up, Especially if
Correct.
it extends, from for the second half of the month, and
Mm.
then closing July, because I believe, guys, like I mean, summer is basically here. People need to cash out a little bit, and just enjoy the vacation. I'll be doing that. I've been cashing out to enjoy my vacation, right? So I
Mm.
do believe that the rest of the market could probably do something similar. But yeah, I mean, I think it's enough about Bitcoin.
Yep.
Basically, we're all seeing there's potential for further downswing, right? Maybe to 20,000. Worst case scenario, 14,000. We're
Mm.
looking at the moving average. We're looking at this basically potential head and shoulders pattern. From Sheldon, we saw a lot of resistance, right, given by the by the 200-day moving average, and also the Ichimoku cloud. So yeah, that's